Rahman Rahim, Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala Rasulil Kareem. We're here with Aisha Yafa, one of our students at Ihsan Academy. Aisha, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
Well, I'm in grade 11. I've been going to the school for 12 years of my life. Next year will be the 13th. I love to write. I love to read. English is one of my favorite classes, as well as science. I do plan to go into medicine in the future. So having English as a backup plan and medicine as my go-to.
Sure. So we know that you have written a book. Tell us a little about the book that you've written.
So the book is based in Sierra Leone, the country where I am from. It's actually based a little bit on my life and a little bit on the life of some other people that I know. It's about a Muslim girl. Her name is Laminatu, and she goes to Sierra Leone for vacation. She then gets stranded there because of the Ebola outbreak, and then from then on it's just about her story and how she gets through that.
What drives you to write?
Well, many things drive me to write. The people who are around me, as I said, I wrote this book based on my experiences and other people's experiences. So a lot of people around me actually influenced me to write. My teachers, my parents, my principal. She's a big driver. She really pushes me to write a lot. Also, I've always loved to write since I was a little kid. Ever since I could write, I've been writing. And also a big factor is the fact that I've had so much encouragement. Anything that I write, so many people are behind me telling me that it can be published and you can do something better. You can actually make a change. You can do something great. So that also, even if I wasn't that much of a great writer, that would have made me become who I am now because of that little encouragement.
Okay. So you've written other things other than the book that we are talking about, and we're going to say a little bit more about it, but you have written some other stories?
Yeah, I've written poems and I've written some other short stories yet that aren't finished yet, but I'm hopefully going to finish soon.
So how about you read for us a little bit from your book, the one that you have finished?
Okay, so the part that I'm going to read to you is based in a point in time when she's in Sierra Leone right now. The Ebola outbreak has already started, and her aunt actually has Ebola. So she's in the process of taking care of her. So, at the beginning of the third day, when I went to go check on her, I didn't find her in her bedroom. She had been complaining about being held hostage all day yesterday, so I was going to tell her that she could leave the room and go on with her usual life. But she wasn't in there. Auntie Isa too, I called through her large bedroom. I went and knocked on the door of her walk-in closet, but I received no answer. I then went to her ensuite and knocked on the door. I listened in and heard her breathing. She was so quiet, as if she didn't want me to hear her. I walked to the door of her bedroom and opened and closed it, as if I had just left. I waited a couple of seconds, then walked to the ensuite door again. I put my ear to the door so I could listen in, but I didn't need to. Before my ear even touched the door, I heard her gagging. I burst in and slowly approached her. After hacking up everything in her stomach, she turned and looked up at me. "What are you doing in here? I thought you'd left." Her eyes looked tired, as if she'd been over the toilet seat all night. "Why didn't you call anyone?" I cried as I began shaking. This wasn't anything I hadn't seen before, but it was the fact that I knew what happened after this. The symptoms only became worse. I went to lift her up. "No, don't touch me. You have so much life ahead of you. You can't get sick." She pushed my hand and began bringing herself up by using the bathtub and the toilet seat for support. She stood on wobbly knees, and I kept trying to get at her, but she only pushed my hand away. "Please just let me help you." "If you want to help me, go call a doctor," she said. "Make sure that no one comes in here." Hobbling away from me and getting into her bed, shivering. I turned to look at the toilet that she had vomited in. What I saw made my blood run cold. And yeah, that's it for now. If you want more, we'll have to see.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, as you can see that this young girl, Aisha, mashallah alayha, that she is doing very well. We're planning to publish this book, looking for a title, looking for agents and all of those other things, so that we actually get our word out also, because there is a stealth da'wah within these books to show that how we feel, how the people actually go through, and rather than listening to somebody else give our narratives, we are giving the narrative. So we need writers, as we were saying before, and I used to stand with a little piece of paper, say we're going to develop writers, we're going to develop lawyers, we're going to have scholarship. Well, it's happening now. So this is where we need your help. So inshallah, you can become a pledge member, $25, $50, $84, whatever it is that you want, but do something, brothers and sisters. Get somebody to actually come forward and become a pledge member for the sake of Allah, because how else are we going to support our institutions if you, after video seeing that we are producing and you still don't support? There's something that I can't bring it from a thin air. So I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you tawfiq to support us, inshallah. We are starting to expand our school, inshallah, in mid-March. It's going to be grand. We will be able to take more kids. We'll have more space for our kids. Learning centers. There's a whole thing that's inshallah coming up. But I need to make a base, so when bills are coming in, as they're coming in now, they're not huge ones like 200,000, but they're like 7,000, 9,000, 13,000. It's quite scary when you get to the end. So rather than fluttering at the end, we ask you to actually become pledge members. It's nice and easy. More people become pledge members, becomes easier for us. It's really nothing, inshallah. All it is just this money that we actually kill ourselves for. This is all this hayat ad-dunya, life of this world, inshallah. But the life of the hereafter is much better for the people who actually have God consciousness. So may Allah bless you, inshallah. Take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.